Most people think that getting to $2,000 a day in e-commerce takes years of experience, perfect timing, or some secret strategy. But 2 months ago, I had a guy named Christopher join Brand Builders Academy and hit $2,000 a day in sales with his store in just 60 days. He's 24 years old, he tried e-commerce before and failed, and was honestly on the verge of quitting the whole thing. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what Christopher did step by step, the mistakes that he avoided, and the mindset shift that made him scale so quickly. Because here's the thing, the difference between people hitting $2,000 a day and those that are stuck at zero is not talent or luck. It's following a proven system and avoiding the traps that kill 99% of people before they even get started. So let's jump right into this. So Christopher is a kind of seasoned entrepreneur, right? He tried e-commerce in 2022. Like most people, he got burned out and then quit it for 2 years. And the pattern that I see with 99% of people is that, they try something, they try it for a few days, they try it for a few weeks, it doesn't work out and they quit, right? And so it happens all the time. And the difference between people that never succeeded something and people that are successful is that both of them have challenges at the beginning. If you're expecting instantaneous success at whatever you're trying to do, maybe you're trying to build your body, you're trying to build your business, you're trying to build a relationship, like if you're expecting instantaneous results, everything will be perfect. It's not gonna happen. So if you have that expectation that it will take hard work and it will take a lot of persistence to build something great, then you will be on the right track. So for Chris, he terminated 16 stores before one of them stuck, right? So imagine just like testing store after store after store, and like maybe you guys can resonate, maybe you guys in the same position. And I was definitely in the same position myself. When I was starting out my business, I tested out like 20 different products. I tested like 10 different stores and none of them stuck until I hit my first proper winner. It's like 6 months into the business, and that winner made me $4 million in the next 12 months. But that store wouldn't happen if I didn't persist for those 6 months, if I didn't just keep grinding at it. So most people, they just quit when they hit obstacles, and winners just keep persisting and keep trying until they figure it out, until they make it work. So you have to make a decision. Do you want to be the person that just quits whenever the first challenges or obstacles come in, or do you want to be a winner? You want to just like keep at it and keep persisting and keep trying until you make it happen, because there is no in the middle. It's either one or another. Now with Chris, after he failed for the first time, he tried many of these stores, none of them worked. This time when he tried it again inside of Brand Builders Academy, using also help and from our coaches and mentorship and just kind of like external feedback to help him get going faster, he decided to move with speed. And this time he launched his store in 5 days instead of months. And one of the mistakes that I see is that a lot of people, they just take a lot of time to build a store, to build their ads, like to choose the product to sell, and it takes them months instead of days, which means they're not getting the feedback from the market if they're not putting anything to the market, right? So if you're not testing anything, then you have no data what works and what doesn't. And you can't improve what you don't launch. So even right now in our business, we're doing good numbers. We're doing millions of dollars per month in sales, but we're still testing 500 ads per week. And majority of those ads don't work. Probably, 70, 80% of the ads that we are testing still don't work. So I'm not saying that, I have all of the answers. So I'm not expecting that every single ad that I'm launching will be a winner, right? I don't have that mindset. So the mindset that I have and Christopher has is that even if something doesn't work, you can try again and again and again until it actually works. And there's a big difference between good enough in the market versus perfect that's never launched. Like you can build a perfect website for months, you can build a perfect ad for months, you can just like tweak it and refine it and make it like super, super beautiful. But then if you don't launch, you don't have the data. And maybe when you launch that perfect website or perfect ad, then it will not work out. So you have to just get something to the market faster, build your website fast, build your ads fast. So get it to the market, get some data and tweak from there. Now, real quick, if you want me to help you scale up just like Chris did, click the first link in the description below to apply for Brand Builders Academy. I'll help you to build your e-commerce business to $1,000 a day in the next 6 months using our proven system. But that's only for you if you're looking for help. Now let's get back to the video. So for Chris, speed was super important. He built the website very fast and then he focused on traffic. He focused on traffic source of Facebook ads instead of trying every platform. And this is very important because a lot of people, they try to do TikTok ads, they're trying to do Facebook ads, they're trying to do Google ads, they're trying all of these different things instead of just like choosing one platform and becoming very good at it. And this is crucial because if you want to advertise successfully, if you want to spend money on Facebook profitably or Google or whichever platform, then you have to dedicate time to it. Mastering each platform will take you time. And if you're trying to figure out several things simultaneously because each platform works differently, aggressively, then it will take you a lot of time. You'll be discouraged, you will not get results, and you will quit. So choose one platform, double down on it, and that's how you get results fast. Christopher got traction with his store using mostly image ads when everyone says you need videos, right? This is very controversial because most people saying that you need UGC ads, you need to pay these creators hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, and you need these like very fancy ads, or you need a professional photo shoot. He did none of that. He's just using image ads that are profitable for him. And if you have some spy tools, if you go on ad library, you will see that a lot of successful brands are using image ads to sell their products. Now, it probably won't help you to scale to like millions of dollars per month, but definitely it will help you to get to your first $1,000 a day. When it comes to choosing products to sell, you need to choose products that have specific and strong pain point, because if you have that, then it makes your marketing so much more efficient. And the model that we are teaching is we want to choose problem-solving products, because if you choose problem-solving products, then you can really resonate with that customer that has that, let's say knee pain or back pain or maybe food pain, whatever the pain is that customer is facing, or maybe customers want to, improve the quality of their skin. We can talk to them with a great precision because we know exactly who we are going after. And because that pain is so important in their life, they want to look beautiful, they want to eliminate pain, whatever that challenge is that they're trying to overcome, our marketing becomes extremely effective. So a lot of entrepreneurs that are starting commerce businesses hire agencies that charge them thousands of dollars to build a website. So what Chris did is he learned the skills of building the website himself, because if you have the skills how to build a website, then you can build a website in one day. You don't have to pay agencies thousands of dollars. Like, you don't have to pay for some extraordinary fees. You don't have to wait for weeks until you get your website done. If you have the skills, if you know different moving parts on the website, if you know how to move the buttons, like literally Shopify makes it so easy, then you can build a website in one day, you can get it to the market fast, and you can start selling your product. So again, speed is super important if you want to succeed in e-commerce. So what made Chris different is his mindset. Like literally in our interview, I was impressed with his mindset that he has, because he looks at obstacles as tests, not reasons to quit. If you look at every successful entrepreneur who's built successful business and you want to be a successful entrepreneur, then you just look at their journey and you just evaluate how many different obstacles they had. They had issues with people, they had issues with their products, they had issues with their partners. There's so many different issues that you will have to overcome if you want to be successful in business. So just having that thick skin if you're getting into the business is crucial, and not expecting that everything will always flow perfectly. Another thing with Chris is that he had this belief that it's going to work eventually. And that's why even after Shopify, basically shut down 16 of his stores, so he shut down them himself, he kept going because he believed that eventually he'll figure it out. He knew that there are successful people that are doing e-commerce, that are changing their lives, if they're sticking to it. So he decided that that's the path that he wants to pursue. And even after these stores kept shutting down, or he stopped selling those products, or it wasn't profitable, he kept persisting, and that's what made him successful. He also didn't panic when his first ads didn't immediately work. He looked at this as a test. Okay, he's putting something to the market. It either works or it doesn't. If it works, great. But if it doesn't work, it's just a chance to go back to the drawing board, see why it didn't work, and then reevaluate it and relaunch new ads. So if you're just starting your business, you have to work on your belief system. If you believe on the back of your mind that you will figure it out, you'll make it work, right? You just keep going and keep going and keep going until you crack it, then you'll be successful. And if you believe that maybe it's for someone else, or maybe I'm not smart enough, maybe I'm not good enough. Like for me, I had this belief that my English wasn't good enough because 10 years ago I didn't even speak English. And so for me, that belief was so I had to work on it so much. But once I changed it, everything flipped for me and I started getting results. And the way you change your mindset is you listen to successful entrepreneurs, people who've built successful businesses. You just learn their mindset and you learn how they think. And eventually, if you just listen to that for hundreds of hours, you'll start thinking the same way. So the difference between people making $2,000 per day from e-commerce and those that are stuck at zero is not talent, luck, or some secret strategy. It's just choosing to commit when things get hard instead of jumping to the next opportunity. Christopher could have quit when Shopify terminated 16 of his stores. He could have stayed burnt out for another 2 years. Instead, he decided to take it seriously this time, learn it from someone who's actually built what he wanted, and then execute with precision. Now, if you want the complete system that Christopher and dozens of my students are using to hit $1,000 per day, just click the link in the description to apply for our help, and I'll see you in the next video.